Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's time to do the final page in my song and poetry journal for 2025. So this is the journal that I've been doing song, lyric and poetry inspired art journal pages in this year. So December's will be the last. So because it is December and it is, Christmas is fast approaching, I thought I would do a festive one today. So I'm going to start off by just creating a background out of one of the papers from my Abstraction Attraction Mixed Media paper pad. So this is just a black and white or monotone. There's a little bit of colour in it, just a little on some of the pages, but it's mostly black and white. And it's circles and geometric shapes like so. So I flicked through and found the one that really had the majority that was that I haven't used already, that had lots of circles on it. As you can see, there are pages missing. I'm plumping for this one because I like this kind of abstracty bit here, so that's coming out. Alright, so we'll put that to one side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my circle scissors, put them down somewhere. Here we are. Just take the blade cover off, pop it somewhere in the middle, and then I'm just going to push my finger down on top of my dimple on top and just move it around to make sure that it does fall completely within the page. And I've set this excuse me, I've got a bit of a tickle there now. I've set the width, so it's going to be 7 3/4. So I'm going to end up with a little bit of a white border all the way around the page. There we go. I love those circle scissors. Alright, it does everything from 4 inches up to 12. There are ones you can get on the market from, he says, just grabbing them quickly, people like EK Success that do it from as small as 1 inch, and then they go all the way up to 6 inches. So up to 6 inches, those other ones do right the way up to 12. So of course you've got to have both. You've got to have both. So there's my page from my circle journal. So now we've done that, that will fit just nicely on there, like so. Glue. Alright, so let's just flip that over. It's going to work nicely on either side, to be honest. And the only reason why I want a page that's covered in circles is obviously because it's Christmas and we want something that's going to look like Christmas baubles. So let's just do, there we go, and just making sure that we've kind of got an even border all the way around. The reason I'm using the Tombow Mono Aqua Glue is because if I haven't got it perfect, it will give me a little bit of wiggle room, but I think the wiggle room's gone now. Right, so we can get rid of that. Put that other mat back because I'm not going to need that now. Alright, so look at that. So what I want to do now is I want to add some colour into this. So I've got my collection of indigo blue Eco Vivids. So what I want is some green and I want a red. So we should have a primary red. Oh, actually there's a Will Scarlet there. Raspberry Coolie. Is that more of a... don't know. I should have swatched these, shouldn't I really? There is a primary red, but actually it's more of a magenta, which primary red is. The Friar Tuck, more purpley. Let's just stick with that Will Scarlet, I think, and the Robin Hood, and a small brush. Just a small brush. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of the colour onto my craft mat. Get a little bit of water. I have no fixed plan for this. I don't know whether this is going to work or what today. So who knows what this is going to look like. So let's just come in and start adding some colour in. And what I liked about these pages is the fact that they were black and white, so you could pretty much come in over the top and just add a load of colour wherever you felt like it, and turn the project into your own. So let's just do a bit down there. Ooh, that's a bit redder. Merch redder. Oh, look at that. Come on then, let's just go over the top. Let's go over the top. Just like that. All right. And then I'm going to get some green. So this is Robin Hood. So this one, it actually, even though it says Robin Hood green, it is actually a little bit, I think anyway, I think it's a bit tealy green. But there you go. I'm using reds and greens because Christmas, traditional kind of Christmassy colours. And I'm just doing washes of the colour. Just because, why not? And then, let's get rid of that. Now these Vivid inks go a very, very long way. They do, they go such a long way. And then I want some yellow. Loxley English Mustard Primary Yellow, there we go. Just give it a shake just to make sure the pigments haven't settled at the bottom. Fill the pipette. Now yellow is a much more translucent colour anyway, even in an ordinary kind of acrylic paint, but even more so in an ink like this. So you can afford to be quite liberal and not really add a lot of water. And you could very, very easily, you know, get out your metallics as well. But I just want to do it kind of washy. I'd say wishy-washy, but just a bit more. Like I said, these colours do go such a long way. And because the cardstock in the art paper pad is 170 GSM and it's uncoated cardstock, which means it will accept colours really, really easily. As you can see, there's no resist anywhere. It just soaks straight in. which is perfect. Where else? Oh, let's have a little bit more just there. Such lovely kind of like abstracty patterns. And I'm going to leave a little bit of white space too, because I just want to, and I like it. So that's good enough reason as any. All right, so I'm going to put that to one side just to kind of sit and dry, and I'm going to bring in my stamp pad and some cardstock. Stick that down there. This is quite thick cardstock. I don't know where this came from. And then I've got this stamp here. So this is one that I designed for Indigo Blue a couple of years ago now. Deck the Halls. Of course, it's Christmas, we're doing songs. That needs to be further in, and so does that. That's better. Just give it a bit of CPR. Let's go over one more time. What do we think? Yeah, that'll do. That will do. Right, let's just grab a wet wipe. This is almost like a stream of consciousness, that journal page, really. I know what I wanted to do, and I know what materials and stuff I wanted to use, but how it's actually going to work, or how it's going to turn out, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really care. Right, so I think what I'm going to do is have a look to see what other colours. I want something that's going to pop. I'll be right back. Alright, so I've messed up. I don't mind sharing the fact that I've messed up. I shouldn't have moved the stamp. I needed the stamp to stay exactly where it was on the mat. So I'm just going to quickly do that again. CPR once. There we go. Better. Right, I'm going to keep the stamp where it is. What I want to do is I'm going to wash, colour wash over the top. So I'm going to take the yellow and I'm just going to kind of wash over. Get a bit of water, just get it a bit loose. And then let's take some of that Will Scarlet. And I've just sprayed the paper a little bit. Get a bit of orangey. Bit of orangey. A bit more yellow. In fact, shall we? Shall we be really daring and just drop some in? Why not? Right, and then a little bit of the green. And yes, I am aware that if I add green into that red, it's going to go brown. But do you know what? I'm all right with that. And then just take a little bit of that. Just muddy it up a little bit. Spritz and spray. Right. It looks a bit of a mess, doesn't it? And that is half the fun. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give that a quick blast with my heat gun. All right, now look how soft those colours have gone. Isn't that lovely? Right, and this is the reason why I didn't want or shouldn't have taken the stamp off. Because now that's dry, I can come back over the top again and I can stamp on and just reinstate the ink, reinforce the ink, just sharpen it back up again. Just like that. Now I can move it. And that can get put away till next year now. Possibly, probably. Okay, now I want to cut it out. If I can find my scissors. There they are. Told you it was thick card. Alright, so you don't want to be sitting there watching me fat about cutting this. So I will shoot off and then I will come back once I've got it cut out. I'm not going right up to, I'm going to leave a little bit of a border all the way around. But even so, I will see you in just a little while. All right, I've had to swap cameras because my other one died on me, but there you go. I've cut everything out as close as I'm going to get, but what I want to do is just grab, I've got a white Posca pen, I just kind of like want to lighten those just in the middle there, just a little bit, just to kind of get it to pop just a tad. And then what I'm going to do, just flip it over, grab the glue, and then just wish upon a star, wish bishop on the fish, no, and other nonsense. Flip it over. I've punched the holes through so I know where I'm going, and then I'm going to drop this right in the middle. And look at what a riot of colour that is. It's just mad. It's bonkers. And then I'm going to grab the Posca pen and then I'm going to add some more doodles. Because why not? Why not indeed? So we'll just add in just doodles, just to break up anywhere we think. Because you can do that with this kind of paper. Gosh, that's the fun. Love it. How festive can that get? All right, give it a quick blast. Right, and then just, I think, to finish off, I think this still works after all this time. Yeah. Lovely. So I've got a bit of a gold pen now, so I can just add a few little gold highlights here and there. Just to add a little bit of festive sparkle, just hereabouts. I think this pen must be at least 10 years old. At least 10 years old. And we can just play, doodling, zentangling, adding in whatever you fancy. Because that's the beauty of abstract pages, is that there is no right or no wrong. It is exactly as you make it. And why not? Cool. I'm leaving that white bit though, because I think it just doesn't need anything in there. I think that white space is enough. It almost gives it a little bit of a bit of movement, I think. But there you go. But I think I'm done. I like what I've done. So what have we done in previous months? I've normally written on the back of the paper the month or where it's from. So Deck the Halls is a traditional festive song. So just up here I'm going to write traditional Christmas carol, and I'm going to put anon because nobody knows when it was written, I don't think. Do we know when it was written? I'll just find out. Well, there you go. So, traditional Christmas carol, not a non, because we know who wrote it. Thomas Oliphant. There you go. A Scottish musician. And Deck the Hall with Boughs of Holly was written in 1862. There you go. Wow. So on the back, I'm going to write December, and today is the 12th, 2025. There we go. So, Christmas Carol, Thomas Oliphant, 1862. Who would have thought it? Perhaps I should have done my research before starting the page, eh? But there we go. I love it. I love the rise of colour. I love all that that movement that's in the page. He's just trying to get it back into the journal. Oh, we're going to have one of those days, are we? There we go. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed watching me jazz up this Deck the Halls page for December, my circle journal for December, and that is the last one for the year. There is an extra page in there. Don't know why. Maybe I might do one of the new year. Who knows? As a little bit of a bonus. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this art journal page today. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. That's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.